In the United States alone, it's estimated that 66 billion pounds of food products are dumped into landfills each year, costing us billions in transportation alone. By being better stewards of the world we live in, we are now helping to reduce landfill waste, disposal costs, energy demand, reduce our ecological footprint, reduce soil erosion, diesel emissions, and reduce waterway pollution. All this while improving soil health and fertility. And we're creating green jobs. It's a simple approach that emulates nature's regenerative model, extending the life cycle of previously discarded food by recovering the energy and nutrients embedded in food products.
Here in the laboratory and control room, we monitor the entire biological and mechanical processes at this facility. To do this, we have our laboratory procedures, which allows us to monitor the biological health. We also have our feed proprietary software, which allows us to monitor the electrical and mechanical processes at the plant. All of this goes on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, either on-site or off-site by our remote professionals. Now that we've seen the laboratory, let's go look at the feedstock. All of the food from the stores that cannot be sold or donated is brought back here to the distribution center. We collect it in our sanitary containers and introduce it into our blending system. Behind me is our dilution system. The purpose of the dilution system is to take all of the highly concentrated wastewater from the adjacent creamery, collect it, heat it up with the heat from the microturbines, and then pass that through to the blending system. Let's go have a look at the blending system. So now that we have our dilution water heated and stored, it's time to take that feedstock and load it into this system. The purpose of the blending system is to remove all of the inorganic components that we don't want in that organic milkshake. Things like glass, metal, peach pits, all of that is removed on this front end process. Now that we have that clean milkshake prepared and it goes to the digestion process, let's go take a look. Coming out of our blending system, we have a very clean organic milkshake. That milkshake is introduced to our anaerobic digester behind me. This digester is an oxygen-free environment full of microbial biomass where we're taking the organic components and breaking them down into biogas. To do this, we have an oxygen-free environment that is maintained at the critical temperatures and mixed properly so that it is an efficient and clean process. As we add the milkshake to the digestion process, we need to displace that water somehow. The way we do that is through our purification process. The purification process has a perfect mechanical barrier that keeps behind all of our microbes and all of our organic material for digestion. What passes is a water. That water represents a drastic improvement in quality than what was previously disposed of by the adjacent creamery. Now that we've talked about the purification, let's go check out biogas. As the biogas bubbles up through the reactor, it is collected at the top and taken to these blowers here. The gas comes in at less than 1 psi and is compressed to 5 psi. From that point, it is sent over to our compression skid where that 5 psi gas is compressed further to 90 psi and all of the impurities are removed. So all of the biogas that we produce from the digestion process and send over to the compression skid goes to two places. First are the microturbines. Second, here are to our boilers. These boilers produce all of the heat and steam needed for the adjacent creamery. 95% of all of the energy consumed by these boilers comes from the raw material that we bring on site. Now that we've looked at all of our biogas operations, let's go look at fertilizer. So in our feedstock, all of the carbon is converted into biogas through the digestion process. What remains are the nutrients and minerals in that feedstock. To get that material out, we actually use this centrifuge here to concentrate that material and put it in a form that local composters can use to then send out to landscapers, farmers, or homeowners who have a beneficial use for that fertilizer. And with that, that concludes our tour. Thank you for letting me show you around.